Business is full of ups and downs, so it helps to have a flexible way to pay. Try Business Essentials from O2 Business, the most flexible business tariff around. Huawei's just announced the MateBook, a skinny tablet with a folio keyboard cover and a pressure-sensitive screen. It takes advantage of a pen. Now, this is a neat pen because it's got buttons that act as a clicker when you're presenting, and it's also got a laser pointer around the back. But what do we do when we get pen devices? We speed sketch. So that's exactly what we did here. Now, if you're not already subscribed to BTech, please consider it. It helps us out like crazy and it means you get to stay on top of everything we do. All right, back to the speed sketching. I've used the software before. It's AutoDesk Sketchbook. AutoDesk Sketchbook will actually come with the MateBook. Launch, I think, 3-month free subscription, which isn't bad going. It isn't an expensive package, but it's still the optimum one for this type of device. What do I mean? Well, this has a Core M processor that's powerful, but it's not i5 or i7 powerful. As a result, it's much less intensive running something like Autodesk Sketchbook than Photoshop. It's more built for purpose as well. The application is just super intuitive, and as you can see, you can get some really decent results from it if you can work your way around it. What's also great about the MateBook itself is that the pen feels more pressure sensitive than pretty much any other I've used. Now, what do I mean here? Well, it really is much more tangible. The harder I press, the thicker the stroke, the softer I press. There's more variance. Now, you can control this with the application, but I found that it felt like I had to, if I had a really small nib, for example, push a lot harder to even get anything on the screen. Now, while some people might find that bad, you have to push harder, I just made my nib bigger and it was really easy to manipulate the size of the stroke, which ended up working out quite nicely for me. In addition, I found the pen to be more comfortable to hold than something like the iPad Pro's pencil because it's a bit thicker. It does feel metal, stark. It's not the most comfortable in every respect, but definitely the extra thickness does help a fair bit. Now, down to that extra thickness, there's also a few negatives. First off, you can't really see where you're putting your pen down because it's so chunky and the nib is so flat by contrast to the pointy things you get on other devices. It's just, it's not great. You can see the kind of dot that hovers on the screen when you hover your pen over, and that's a visual cue in itself, but it just reminds you, that you're doing something digital as opposed to physical. Still, I love the MateBook for drawing. On first impression, it gives a great experience, and it's definitely one that I will want to repeat when we get one in for review. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that thumbs up button, and remember, if you like BTech in general, subscribe. It's how you'll stay on top of all our videos.